Yo, always good, guys. Like always, we are going to get straight into rolling up the joint, rolling up the roach. I'm a little bit late today. The video is on its way, it's uploading as we speak, but I really haven't had chance because I've been out of the house since what time did I leave the house? It's 20 to 9, and I haven't been home since. So I literally got home at I don't know, 7:45 or something like that. Made food, edited my video, and now we're here doing this. So I'm going to get the joint all nice and rolled up in the grinder right now. We've got a little bit of peach rings that I was smoking on earlier. So if we've got enough for the joint, we'll roll that up. And then after we've got the joint nice and rolled up, we will get into the advent calendar. I haven't had any beers today, so this has been my first beer of the day, making myself sound like a good old alcoholic. But I actually forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I haven't had chance to do my Beer 52 advent calendar today, so that needs to be done tomorrow. We'll have a double whammy for that one tomorrow over on the second channel. And the video for this channel will be up after the stream, hopefully. It says currently there's 23 minutes left to upload, so as soon as that's done, I'm going to set that to live. But yeah, apologies for being a little bit late with the video today. I had to go to this. It was supposed to be like a charity event for a hospice, the one where my mom died, not to get too deep. So me and my sister made a donation in her name, and they were supposed to be doing like a light up. You bought a light basically, and you wrote a little message for the person that you'd lost, and then they were supposed to turn on all these lights. And we got there, we got given a little like star stencil that was like a tree ornament, but it was made of paper, so you could write your message on the back. We hung it on this little Christmas tree. It wasn't even a big tree. And that was the light up event. Like, it was so shit. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't begrudge donating to the hospice, but they hyped up this event, and we were there for all of about half an hour. They wanted us to sing Away in a Manger. Fuck that. And then we hung our stars on the tree, and 10 minutes after the event started, we fucked off home. So the getting to the event took a while, not like too long because it wasn't too far away, but longer than I wanted to, and it was freezing, and we stayed for all of about 15 minutes. So that was annoying, and it made everything out of whack. So now my schedule's all off, but we're here and we're doing this. Reese M, yo, what's going on, dude? Dawson Reed, how's it going, my guy? What are you smoking on tonight? If you are, like I just said earlier, I'm rolling up some peach rings. I'm not sure about the flavor of this, in all honesty. It tastes like, I was going to say pineapple then, but that's not what I wanted to say at all. It tastes like perfume. Perfume's what I wanted to say. It doesn't smell peachy. It doesn't really smell super fruity. It looks all right. The nugs are a little bit small, but it smells and it tastes like perfume. I haven't smoked it in a joint yet, which is why we're doing that now. But I'm not sure if I'm going to like this in a joint. Like I said, the flavor is really perfumey. Reese M got some weed laced with something the other day. Laced with what, bro? Do you know? Have you tested it? What do you mean laced? How was it like? Did it make you feel fucky when you smoked it, or was it like sprayed or something? I've seen on Reddit that there's been a lot. I just crushed the joint, bro. Oh, that's sad time. That is sad. I went to tap it on the desk like that, and instead of tapping it, I just crushed it with my hand. So sad. So sad. But it's not ruined, I don't think. I guess we'll see. Oh, bro. I'm really mad about that. I haven't smoked since this morning. No, actually, tell a lie. That is a lie, actually. I smoked this morning before I left, a tiny, tiny little bowl, just because I felt sick and I needed to get rid of the nausea before I got on the train. So I smoked just a little bit of the dog that I've got. And then I got... What did I do? Right, so technically we came home for like half an hour But all we did is come home, eat a pasty, and then smoke a bowl and fuck off to this event. So, like, I just say technically, I haven't been home today. The last time I smoked, I think it was today, probably like 4:15. That was 2 medium bowls of this peach rings. Again, like I've talked about the flavor of this, and it tastes like perfume. The effects of this are like a little bit giggly, a little bit silly, but again, they don't really knock you off your feet. So I feel like this might not be a strain that was made for me. It's not a bad strain. I'll probably do a strain review of it at some point if I remember, if I've got time in between the advent calendar videos. So boom. That is, you can't see that, that looks terrible. And again, because I'm late to the stream, I forgot about the music, so we'll get that going as soon as I remember to do that as well. Got the joint nice and rolled up. I'm actually going to dry toke it because I want to see what it tastes like. Yeah, it's like really perfumey. It's so weird. I don't know what it was, but I can taste it on my fingers after handling the weed. It tastes like fat or something. It's definitely not normal anyway. I've smoked for 20 years. Bro, my first question is why do you know what fat tastes like? I mean, you do you, but like, come on. You probably shouldn't be doing fat. Also, like, what do you mean you taste it on your fingers? Do you routinely lick your fingers after rolling up? And like, do you mean after? Do you break up your bud by hand? Because I know, like, when I break up my bud by hand, and you get it all over your fingers and it's sticky and stuff. Like, I've never licked my fingers after breaking up my bud, but I could tell, like, obviously, if you get it all over your hands after you've broken it up for a blunt or something, no. I really, really, really need to fill my lighters up, but I'm hoping that this one will get me through today's stream. And then I'll fill them up tomorrow, maybe, if I remember, which I probably won't. I don't know what lighter fuel is. I had it in my desk, but fuck knows where it is now. Cheers, guys. Take a hit. Bro, that taste is something else. It is different. It tastes like something I've had before, like a strain, but also like something I've never had before. It really does, like, that's not pleasant to me. No, I don't like that. It tastes like my brain just went, it tastes like nanas. I mean, I don't know what nanas taste like, but it tastes like the smell of grandma's perfume. That's really, really not for me, that flavor. Nah. Oh, fucking me up. I had Fet back in the day. Nah, you lick the Rizzler and stuff, don't you? It's like a gritty substance. Is it like salt or sugar? Like I said before, I been reading quite a lot on Reddit recently about people getting sprayed blood with mainly, I think they're saying it's salt or sugar. They said if you get like a CD or a disc of some kind and you rub your bud on it and it scratches the CD, then it's probably like salt or sugar and you should get your money back. Honestly, bro, if you're not in the UK Trees subreddit, I suggest that you go in there and have a look. If you go in the subreddit and you type in sprayed bud and then filter by most recent, there'll be people that have come up very, very recently saying that they've had sprayed bud and it's been or some kind of gritty substance. Probably, they said that they don't think it's any kind of drugs. Like it might not be. It probably won't be fet or anything like that because it doesn't make sense for a dealer to be selling you some £25 Star Dog and then putting fet on it because he's going to lose money, right? Surely, like it doesn't make logical dealer sense, or at least I don't think it does. You might be right. Like I'm not saying that you're wrong by any means whatsoever because I don't know. I haven't seen this bud. Also, I've never done fet, so actually, that's a story for a different time. We'll talk about that another day. It's not something that I've done enough to know what it tastes like. But then again, I've never actually told that story, and I'm not going to tell it on this live stream because it's too long. Well, I mean, it's not really that long, but to go into the details and shit, it'd be too long. So we're not going to do that today. All I'm going to say, and this really is like a super exclusive, I've never told this story online anywhere. It involves an ex of mine and a transgender goth vampire. And then that's where I'm gonna leave that story for now, because, like, believe me, it's really not that interesting. It sounds very interesting when you say transgender goth vampire and amphetamines, but it's not that interesting, to be honest with you. I thought maybe they might be putting trace amounts of some addictive substance on it, so that people keep coming back for the weed. See, when you say it like that, it sounds like something that might happen, but it depends. Depending, I don't think it's a thing that happens. Like, if people want people to buy the weed, in my experience, or why am I picking that one's very obviously a dead lighter? Picked up the wrong one. In my experience, and from what I've heard from many people, is dealers that want you to buy their bud don't spray it with shit because they'll lose money on that, and people might probably won't come back as soon as they realize that they've been sold sprayed bud. They're not going to come back to you. They're going to go somewhere else, or at least I would. If I found out that my bud had been sprayed, I wouldn't go back to that guy. Never again would I go back to him. So it seemed counterintuitive to me, but I'm not a dealer. Never been a dealer. So I can't really comment on that. What would the point be in spraying it with salt and sugar? Is it to bump up the weight? Yeah, it literally is just to bump up the weight. And also, if you spray it with like salt or sugar or something like that, it looks like it's caked in trichome. So not only does it up the weight so you can give less for the same price, but it makes it look super appealing. So if people don't really like, if they don't, I always, and I'll be the first to admit, when I get in my dealer's car, I don't say to him, let me see the bud. I don't look at it. I don't smell it until I'm home. And then if it's shit, like, I might talk to him about it. But when I'm in the car, I'm not the dude that's like, let me see it, let me smell it. So, if I did get home and I realized that my bud was sprayed, I'd ask him about it first and foremost. And then if he lied to me or said some shit, I'd just never go back to him again. But that's just me personally. Decided to never use the guy again. That's probably wise. I definitely would not go back to him if I were you. There's plenty of people, like, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't know what you're smoking, but or what prices you pay, but if you give me a rough idea, like, you don't have to tell me exactly. Obviously, tell me what you're smoking on, what strain you bought. And if it's like I said, just some cheap dog or some cheap haze or something like that, then there's no reason to spray it down. Because if you do, well, I mean, apart from the fact that it's going to be, you can sell less of it for more money. There's no point, especially if you're selling it for £25 an eighth. Like, what's the point? And if you're selling like Cali and it's sprayed and you're selling it for like £80 an eighth, and somebody gets it home and they open it up and they see like all the crystals and stuff falling off of it and it gives them a headache and shit, then they're going to know that they've been scammed and they're never going to go back to that person again. But do you know what? I've been rambling for 15 minutes now. I always wait about 15 minutes before I open the calendar. Today is no different. I probably would keep going on. I forgot about the calendar, to be honest with you, but I just remembered. So we're going to open it now. Today is day 6. It's behind me like it always is. Is it right? It is. It's literally right there. That one. So. Oh, shit. 23 fell out. 23 fell out. Oh, shit. I couldn't get it out, so I had to push it over. 23 fell down into the number 2 slot, so I'm going to have to put them all back in a little bit. But, bro. Today we got Punk IPA. BrewDog's flagship beer. Do you know what? I think I used to kid myself, telling myself that I liked this, but I had one a couple of weeks ago, or like a month or so ago, something like that, and I tipped it away because I really did not enjoy it. So today might be different, or it might not, but we'll go through the can. I'm sure people know what it looks like. Punk IPA, blue. What does that say? It's backwards. The beer that started it all. And then BrewDog Punk IPA. 330 milliliters, 5.4% volume. All the usual shit on the back. Let's crack it open. Disappointing crack. That was a childish thing to laugh at. Disappointing crack. Right, I forgot about the music, but I'm working on it, believe me. Cheers. See, it even fits in the glass disappointingly. The head didn't even fill up to fill the glass. Fizz up to fill the glass, should I say. Dog hair on the glass, like always. The dog's not even in the fucking room. The brew dog's not here tonight. He's currently laying on his chair in the living room. He didn't want to join me, so I'm not going to make him. Cheers, guys. This is Punk. It smells quite nice, which is a good start. I was expecting it to smell bad, but it doesn't. It smells nice. Cheers. That is not terrible at all. That is not how I remember it. What the fuck? That's all right. The last can I had of this was absolutely disgusting. It was a 440ml can that I got from Sainsbury's. I opened it, poured it into a glass, tried it again, tried it some more, decided it was shit, and then tipped it away. This is all right. This is quite nice. Maybe it needs to be the beer that you drink first, because if you drink it first, you don't realize how terrible it is. But if you drink it halfway through the sesh after you've been drinking better beers, my words are slurring, but it's from the joint. It's not from the beer. I've literally had 2 sips. If you drink it after drinking the good beers, you realize that it's shit. So it's a session starter, not a session finisher. We're going to spark back up the joint whilst we enjoy the beer. But I'm pleasantly surprised about that. I thought that it was going to be shit, but it's not. Hey, look at that. Pardon me. Dealers here don't tell you what strain. Doesn't work like that here. Where are you? It's blurry and you need to fix it. I think that's just my internet, dude. I will try and fix it for the next stream, but for now, I don't think I can. I think it's just gonna have to be like this. I do apologize. Puppy feeling better today. Yeah, the Brewdog himself, he is doing mighty fine. He's all right now. He hasn't thrown up for about 72 hours. He's eating his dinner. He was on chicken and rice for a little bit. and he didn't complain about that apart from the fact that he wasn't getting full portions. And he made it very well known that he was hungry and he wanted food. And I kept trying to tell him, like, buddy, you can't eat too much or you'll throw up and you'll make yourself even poorlier. But he didn't want to know. He just wanted the food, which is a good sign. He wanted to eat and he didn't. He still had an appetite. Yeah, he's all right now. Hopefully, touch wood, and some real wood over here. He's okay now. He's a good boy. He just didn't want to be in here tonight, so I'm not going to force him to sit with. Well, it's not that he didn't want to. He was busy getting pets, so I kind of snuck away into here and shut the door behind me. I'm sure he would come in if the door was open, but he's all right to stay out there for tonight. I'd prefer to have Jay keep an eye on him whilst I'm doing this, just in case he does get poorly, because it's the first day in like 3 days that he's had a full meal. So just monitor him to make sure that his belly don't get upset by it. Northeast England. Wow, that didn't come out at all. Which is northeast? Which places is northeast? I think I was in Bradford today, but I think that's west. West, I think. Don't quote me. I've never been good at geography. Scarborough. I haven't been to Scarborough for a few years, bro. I think it's been like 10 years or so since I've been. Maybe not quite 10. Definitely a fair few though since I've been to Scarborough. Scarborough's a nice place. Or is it like everywhere else where everyone's like, oh, it's so nice, and then you actually live there and it's not so nice? One of them type of things. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been to Scarborough. Shithole, it's dead now. Like I said, I haven't been to Scarborough for a while. When my first year at the time moved away to Scarborough, so I was there semi-frequently, and then we just kind of lost contact. So the last time I went to Scarborough was for my mum's birthday, like 2014, maybe 2013, something like that. It was nice when I was little. 100+ boarded up shops. That's everywhere, bro. Like, shops are getting boarded up everywhere, but it seems to be like I always notice when I go to seaside towns that everything sort of looks a little bit run down and a little bit shit and a little bit like it's all boarded up and not very nice. But that's like every seaside town that I've ever been to. Joint went out. Like when I was a little bit younger, my dad used to take us to a place called Caister, Great Yarmouth, down south. A few times he had like a caravan down there on a haven site, and then he moved it to Mablethorpe, which is like I don't even know where Mablethorpe is. I think it's near Scarborough somewhere or Cleethorpes, one of them two. And that was fucking dead. There was nothing to do there. It was shit. Beach was all right, but like it was a British beach, so it wasn't. It was a British beach. I don't need to say more than that. Like it wasn't a good beach. Pardon me. This does not want to stay lit, so we're gonna call that one Dunsky. Put it over here, and get to rolling up a second one. Bro, I've had so much gas today. I know that's a little bit TMI. I don't mean like fart gas. I mean like the kind of gas where you need to burp, it doesn't come up, so you're just there going like hiccuping to yourself, and it's horrible. I don't know how to get rid of it, and I also don't know why it's there, so we're suffering. I'm getting old. I think it just might be an old man thing. The town used to be quite wealthy due to tourism and fishing trade, but that's obviously all dead. Yeah, from what I remember, it looks nice, or it looked nice last time I was there. Obviously, if you on the seafront, everything looks a little bit shit. like I said before, everything just ends up looking really run down. But it was a nice enough place. There was some really nice, like little, I was gonna say little alleyways then, but that doesn't sound right at all. You know what I mean? Like little walkways and stuff that you could go down. This was, I think, like I'm almost certain the last time that we went to Scarborough was before my mum got cancer for the first time. So like she could still pretty well and stuff. Well, I say pretty well. She was still like healthy and could do shit. So we like walked up and down all of the steps near the seafront. I got a couple of pictures. Like in fact, I'm gonna have a look on my personal Instagram to see when the picture was, and then I can tell you what year it was. Just for mainly for my curiosity, but also to see how long it's been since I've actually been to Scarborough. Properly scrolling down now. That's how long ago it was. I'm certain that it was like 20. I want to say like 2014, something like that. I might not have the picture. Oh, it was 2015. This is the picture. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Probably not. No, you can't see that. That looks like. I don't think that's the pier. I don't know. It's just some kind of walkway. Anyway, it was very pretty. We had a nice time. I wonder if you mean the McBean steps. McBean, that's a funny name. Yeah, maybe. They're like from memory. I think they were like some old-timey cart selling sweets or something, and they were quite steep, and there was a lot of them. Looks like near Sparbridge. That I don't know. That means nothing to me, but if it means something to you, then good. It's 2015, so it's been 5, 6, 7, 8, coming up 9 years since I've been there. I don't really have a reason to go. It's about an hour to 2 hours away from me, and I don't drive. The trains are even longer, I think, and they're really expensive. Just for a day out, like, to the beach, it's so expensive. But one day, maybe one day I'll go back. It's near the Grand Hotel. Again, it doesn't mean anything to me. Like yeah, you're not missing anything. It's all run down now. Depressing, really. Yeah, that's like everywhere. I think like every other week where I live, they're opening up like new restaurants and shit, and then the next week they're closing them down and opening something else. There's so many takeaways. They've just done like we got city. What's the word? City status ship. I think that's what it's called. Just after the Queen's last Jubilee, and they tried to make it better. They tried like they made cycle lanes. I don't know why they think that that sort of makes us posh now because no fucker uses them correctly, should I say? But they really fucked it up. Like it's really really bad. It was bad before, but now it's fucking terrible. Everything's closing down. They've put all the money in the wrong places, and we're fucked. Basically, we're all fucked. Happy ray of sunshine. This stream has been. I'm gonna get to rolling up the second joint. Why does it feel like this beer has gone down really, really smoothly? I could have sworn, like, in fact, I'm adamant that I did not like Punk the last time I had it. It's not my favorite. It wouldn't be my go-to, probably ever. If I was in a brew bar and they had all the beers to choose from, Punk would not be it. That's all there will be soon. Betting shops, Costas, co-ops, one stop, and not much of anything else. That's all there is now, anyway, bro. It's takeaways trying to be fancy, if you know what I mean by that. Like fancy takeaways that are not fancy. And yeah, that's really it. Like pubs, but there hasn't been any new pubs, I don't think. It's the usual places. There's one place down the main high street where everybody goes to drink that's changed names like fucking 50 times in the past 10 years, and I don't think I've ever been in it once in my entire life. Like that just seems to be the running theme. Things will change name and they'll be like pardon me, made to look really fancy and like elite and stuff like that. They'll make cocktail bars and I was going to say sushi restaurants, but there is no sushi restaurants. There's cocktail bars, and like what seems to be a theme is like traditional meals, like I don't know, like Sunday roasts and pies and stuff like that, and like fry ups, but tried to make posh. What I see quite often, or what I did see, because this place is now shut down, which is the running theme, was there's a place called Tattooed Goose, and it was traditional British cooking in the way that it was like pies and, like I said, roasts and breakfasts and stuff, but it was to look fancy, and the type of people that went in there, I guess you might call hipsters, but like, imagine a group of blokes on a Saturday afternoon in a town centre wearing tight, muscle fit, button up shirts and tight, checkered trousers that only come halfway down the calf, shoes, um, dress shoes probably without laces, beards, and slick back hair. Those are the type of people that went in there, and that is the type of people. That's the type of people that everywhere that is opening up now around me is trying to attract. And once those people go in there, they go there once and then they don't ever go there again. And the place closes down, gets a new name stuck on it, and then they go back there again once, and then something happens again. And it's just not man. Yeah, I'm glad you know, like, I don't know. See, I was most of them are all fucking cunts. Like, they think that there's something, and it's like, bro, the length of your beard is not the length of your dick. Trim it off, it looks shit. I just laugh at my own jokes, bro. But yeah, these people are all absolute bonkers. And they think that when then the place closes, it repeats and it repeats and it repeats and it just on repeat. Okay, so apparently the connection is really, really shitty tonight. So the beer is pretty much done. I didn't start rolling the joint yet. I haven't even ground the bud down, but today is just going to be a short stream. The beer is Mid Punk IPA. Thank you for showing up. I really do appreciate it. Come back tomorrow. We will be at the same time, 9 o'clock. The video will be on time this time, hopefully. Cheers for being here. And yeah, peace.